only knew Greg briefly, from the summer that I took over the campsite and he retired. He seemed harmless enough, if a bit strange, living in that nasty little caravan. As part of his official handover process, he gave me a big box of rule books that I was apparently... I couldn't believe them. The amount of inches apart each tent had to be, the angle of pitch, permitted colours of guy ropes. No skipping ropes, marbles, conkers or throwing games. No singing with hand drums. I built a huge fire on the beach, invited the whole site for a big party and burned the lot. But then, awkward, Greg showed up. I guess he'd been collecting some things from his caravan and came to see what the noise was all about. You could tell he wasn't comfortable, but he sat down and tried. He must have noticed what we were burning, but he never mentioned it. That was the last time I saw him. I always felt a bit guilty. I mean, I got him wrong.
Well, that's a good thing she kept.
What's this about dogs having to be on leads the whole... I'm getting the scent of...
My whole life I've dreamed of seeing a Jempson's sea owl. One day, I read the news that a guy on this little island called Shelmerson had discovered one. The only B&B on the island booked up really fast, so we decided to stay at the temporary campsite set up by the guy who discovered the sea owl, Greg Litherland. Greg had given the owl a name, David Abrahams. A bit weird, but I guess he was the one who found it. And because it had no mate, it was lonely. And I got to know Greg a bit during my stay. He really seemed to resent all the noise and fuss on the island. His island, as he thought of it. And Greg told us he'd take us up in groups to the owl's nest site, but I snuck up early with my camera. It saw me and it flew off hooting and I didn't get a picture. I had to make do with a picture of the model. It wasn't the same.
I rip.
I love camping. We've come to Shelmerston every summer with the kids for years. OK, our tent is a bit bright, but that means the kids can always see. Greg seemed angry about everything this year. He told us our tent was outside of the regulation colours. And being around the kids seemed to really... One day, Greg confiscated my little one's kite. He was terrifying. We still sometimes get nightmares about it. I had to do something. When I saw Greg put the whistle down, I pinched it and took out the pea. You know, the thing that makes the noise. I threw that pea somewhere Greg would never find it. You should have seen his face when he blew his whistle.
I always wondered how Greg managed to...
Miles and I came to Shelmerston for the Sheller Cup final. Miles was the world champion for ages. Greg, the campsite manager, was a huge Sheller fan. Miles was up early every morning training for the big race. Greg would always be lurking in the background, taking photos. It became rather annoying. How many photos did he need? Oh God, and one time he turned up at our barbecue, and so race day arrives and Greg is there with his camera, of course, getting in everyone's way. So Greg leans out into the track as the pack and Miles goes crashing right into Greg. Total disaster. Miles goes down and Kwasi flies past him to win. Later that night, all us Shellers were on our way back from the pub and we heard Greg outside his caravan, just sat by himself, crying. So then Greg came back and hung out with us, brought his camera and showed us all his Sheller race photos. You know, that guy was actually
Shellers!
Oh, I wish...
My best thing is throwing discs. I am really good. I like playing with Dan and Todd. It's our favourite thing One time, Greg Clifferland came up the beach, all red-faced like an angry tomato. He pointed at a sign. It said, no. He told me to give him my disc, but I wouldn't. I threw it high up into the air, and it went bang into a massive bird. Then the bird fell into the sea. I felt so awful. I never meant to hurt the bird. The whole thing was terrible. Mr. Lifferland was screaming. He waded into the sea, picked up that bird, and carried it back to the beach. He was...
Oh, Greg. Poor... Greg! Oh,
Morris!
Hi, Greg.
yeah, Greg.
You?
Well, now...
Oh, isn't it? No.
Fine.
Thanks, Greg.
It's not looking good.
Don't worry, Morris.
He's waiting for Dave.
Yes.
Really?
No, they...
Hey,
Well,
Aggies?
no time to...
Well,
So...
the harp.
I'd have
I
liked...
love it.
Oh.
Certainly
Oh, I don't know.
Does it?
Oh,
Yes.
not